Hello everyone, I'm here today to do a review of Maps of Our Spectacular Bodies by Maddie Mortimer, and this is in the long list of the Booktube Prize. So this book is basically a cancer book. It's about this woman that has cancer, and we meet her when she goes to a doctor checkup and the cancer is back. And we kind of follow her life at that point, and how the cancer gets worse. And then we also have flashbacks of her past life. So her family, her mother especially, but also her father, were very religious. Her father was a pastor, so she was always very limited in the things that she was allowed to do and the things that she was allowed to explore, and she wanted to break free of that. She never quite fitted with that, so the flashbacks go back to that, and how she kind of achieved that through this boy that she met. And then the present timelines is about her and her husband and her daughter, and how they are all kind of processing the fact that she is really sick. And then we also have the element that parts of this book are from the point of view of the cancer itself. So we will talk about especially parts of the body and body functions and things like that. And that's basically what the book is about. This is the main point of the book. And for me, I found that although I found it engaging enough, I wanted to know what was happening, and I did care about the characters. With that said, I think the characters were quite two-dimensional in many ways. Like, especially her husband is this super good, never has done anything wrong. He has been in love with her for years and years and years, and has never confronted her with anything other than love. And then we also have her daughter, who is the typical overly precocious teenager. She's 12 and she's already talking about her work and taking all of this as a very mature way, and it just didn't feel real to me. Also, the mother is very the religious mother is very two-dimensional as well, vilified in a way. There is some redemption at the end, but it's just very cardboard cutout kind of characters. And as I said, I did still wanted to know what happened to them, but they didn't feel quite real. So that's that. And the other thing of this book that stands out to me is the writing. The writing is so dramatic and so flourishy. It has so many metaphors, and it's just it just makes it really difficult to follow the story at times, because you're you want to know what happens to a certain character, but you have to read paragraphs of metaphors about this one particular thing that just doesn't really make it it's not relevant. So for me, the writing was the one thing that I enjoyed the least about this book. It's the fact that it was just getting in the way of the story all of the time. And even though I found the parts of the cancer narration interesting in a way, imagining how the cancer will think and how the cancer will feel about being in the body and the different parts of the body, I just didn't think it worked very well in this book. I didn't think it was playing a role that needed to be played. So yeah, the writing, the way that the author chose to tell the story was a little bit contrived for me. Also, the flashbacks I didn't particularly enjoy. I think that I enjoyed one timeline much more than the other one, and I'm not sure that the past timeline said much about the present timeline. Sure, there was this reveal that connected the two, but it was just like they didn't really say much about the people that we were following, so I didn't know why it was there. I didn't know why it was relevant, and it was just overall like all these little pieces that just didn't make sense. And it's a fairly long book, so it's not like it could have been gutted so much by removing metaphors and the past timeline, and just tell a true deep story about this woman that has cancer and how that feels. But it just had all these added elements to it that didn't add anything actually, and I found that kind of frustrating. So even though I was engaged, I was not I didn't admire what was being done. I don't think it worked as the author was wanting it to work. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this book. I guess it's a matter of, do you get along with the writing or not, because it's a very particular way of writing a book, and I think that some people will love it, and personally for me it didn't work. So maybe try a few pages, and if you don't gel with it, maybe it's not for you. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you have read it, what you thought about it, and until next video, bye!